Alright, here we are, part 2 of my Grim Reaper Hybrid Broadhead tuning. This is a part 2 video, but day 3 for me for trying to tune this up. I came out here yesterday morning also without the camera on purpose to maybe see if I might be able to discredit any kind of fear in front of the camera, I guess. Maybe psychologically I was trying too hard, but I was getting pretty much the same results. So here I am for part 2 on video, still the same broadhead. And just to give you an update where I'm at, I did change shafts. I have not shot this shaft yet, but I figured we'd eliminate the possibility of that other shaft being a bad shaft by shooting another shaft. Otherwise, it's the same setup. And I'll be shooting also an identical arrow with the field tip again. And if it comes down to it, I still got another shaft with my blazer vanes on it. Other than the vanes, this is also another identical shaft. And on the bow, after tinkering with it yesterday and reading on the forums, getting some other insight from guys on Archery Talk, I went ahead and set my sight back to the original position where I had it before I even touched it. And also during my tinkering yesterday, I noticed how minute an adjustment can make on the flight of the arrow. At one point yesterday, I noticed my hostage sight was set in between two of the 1/8 inch marks, and I noticed that after I shot an arrow, so I went ahead and changed it to one of the even 1/8 marks, and it made a drastic difference. Before I made that switch, I was hitting somewhere around here, and then I made that 1/32 of an inch difference, and it was shooting way down here somewhere. So I moved it back, and it was back up here again. So with that, I went ahead and set this from the center down only 1/32 of an inch to see if maybe I was just bypassing that possibility for fixing the broadhead flight. So this test video part 2 is going to be 1/32 adjustment at a time on the rest, up and down, and we'll see which way it goes. Here we go. I did forget to mention, I didn't go back to the 20, I just went back about 10 yards. These first two are my field tips, and then the broadhead. I think I actually did pull the trigger a little bit early on the broadhead, but that's only 1/32 of a mark down on the rest. I'm going to go ahead and back up to 20 and hope I don't miss the target, hit the wood again. Alright, first field tip, second field tip. I know I jumped on that one. I had too much coffee earlier. And the broadhead, all aiming at this spot right here, which is definitely getting worn away fairly quick. It's snowing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make this change just to see how it goes, making it an even 1/16 down from the original spot. She's in there tight. Let's see what happens. Okay, obviously still not centered in. but even with just that extra 32nd of an inch lower again, I think I saw a more erratic flight. So I think I'm going to bump it back up to just the 1/32 and try it again, see what it looks like again. Interesting. Alright, contrary to what I said earlier, I went ahead and instead of going back up to that the first 1/32, I went ahead and went 1/32 above the original center point. If you can see that, see it through the GoPro here, right where my thumbnail is, that's the center line, and I went up above that. The last clip was down at this second one, or the first one underneath, and I went back up one and then an extra 1/32. This one, the blazer there, the second time it's flown on me. Field tip right there, broadhead right there. I'm definitely going to shoot this again because that's a lot better than it was. Tell you what, I'm feeling a whole lot better about that now. Again, the blazer's a little bit higher. That's my second field tip in the broadhead. Alright, notice I only shot the two. I let the blazer sit that one out. And the top one here is my field tip. Bottom one is the Grim Reaper. And that was at 30 yards. I'd say I've made some pretty big leaps and bounds with this tuning so far. Getting closer, definitely feel better. My minimum was to get it tuned into 30 yards because that's about as far as my longest shot's going to be this year. Maybe 32, but we're coming in and we're looking at maybe 4 inches spread. I think that's a whole lot better than it was, but I'm starting to get a little bit winded and tired, so I'm going to call it quits for the day. I'm going to play this smart, not rush it. So we've got a few more days until the season opens up on the 1st, so this will conclude video part 2. And just to recap, I have touched nothing other than the rest going up 1/32 of an inch, and so far that is all I have done. Till next time.